Alright, hey everybody, Fuller9600. Today I wanted to discuss a little bit something about the new Liberty Launcher stats in Team Fortress 2. I recently got my hands on a Liberty Launcher and I wanted to start testing because I main Soldier, and I wanted to see if the actual damage would do anything for how I play Soldier. Now, if you don't know what they did with the Liberty Launcher, what it used to be before this most recent update that made the soda popper stupid and the short circuit really powerful, they also changed the Liberty Launcher to be pretty much a direct hit, but also follow the name of the Airborne Ornaments, which is part of the set with the Market Gardener, the Reserve Shooter, and the Liberty Launcher, to where you take 25% less rocket jump damage. And how I play Soldier is pretty much the default rocket launcher or the black box, and Gunboats and Market Gardener. That's just how I play. That's how I like playing. And I wanted to see if the Gunboats reduce damage and the Liberty Launchers reduce damage would end up adding up or taking part in the formula to take less rocket jump damage. Do this, you would only take 85% rocket jump damage like that, in theory, anyway. So, I performed a few tests, starting off with the Liberty Launcher and the Gunboats. After rocket jumping once, you were 187 over 200 health, which is 12 damage with the Liberty Launcher and the Gunboats. And with the default rocket launcher, literally the default rocket launcher, plus the Gunboats, you were 182 over 200, which is only 18 damage. Now, without the Gunboats, the Liberty Launcher was 165 over 200, which is 35 damage per rocket jump, and the default was 154 over 200, which is 46 damage. That's really under and overwhelming at the same time. Pretty much the question I wanted to ask is it extremely beneficial to have both the Liberty Launcher and the Gunboats? And how it's looking is it's not very beneficial at all, really, because if you have the Gunboats and the Liberty Launcher at the same time, you're only avoiding 6 damage, which really isn't that much, because for a Soldier, rocket jumping, you would know to rocket jump to health. I guess for beginners, that 6 damage can mean all the difference, but really it is absolutely worthless. Sorry about the Facebook message noise. And the other half of the question is, okay, well, if it's not useful for Gunboats, is it useful for having a shotgun or man treads, which is something, I don't know, or the Reserve Shooter, which is what the set's supposed to be a part of? And actually, yes, it is. The 35 damage compared to the 46 damage that a normal rocket launcher does is a pretty big offset. I mean, it's 11 damage. That's quite a bit of damage for a Soldier, especially if you play with the Liberty Launcher not rocket jumping all the time. So it's not as good as I would have expected, honestly. 85% damage did follow through in the part of the formula. This is not counting fall damage, by the way. Fall damage you take way more than you would indict for. But let's just assume we're all rocket jumping to the perfect height and you land square on your feet. You don't take any fall damage at all, blah, blah, blah. We've been over that. And so to answer my initial question that I just ran through with you guys, I did this as just a random, like, oh, well, I'm going to be taking math next semester, so I might as well get used to this again. And it worked out well if you like the shotgun. That's pretty much the only way I can really explain that. But if you are a Gunboats guy like me, that 6 extra damage you're stopping yourself from really isn't useful, unless you love the Liberty Launcher, because the Liberty Launcher was also buffed in the sense that it's basically a bad direct hit. Like, if you love the direct hit, that's your rocket launcher, that's your shit. Before, the Liberty Launcher's trade-off was it only had 3 rockets like the black box, but the rockets would travel really fast. That was the only trade-off. Now they allow you to have all 4 rockets. You have a lower damage penalty, so that's basically give damage. You can't, you do less damage with that rocket launcher, but they travel faster and you have 4 rockets. Is the new trade-off, which I think is way more fair. The Liberty Launcher used to be insanely overpowered. In a way, it was also really bad for rocket jumping because of that faster speed. It still is pretty bad for rocket jumping with that faster speed. Some people know how to use that really well, like the rocket's propulsion speed, putting it against walls, things like that. I'm not a rocket jump professional. I just play one on TV. So, yeah, that's pretty much the product of my research is If you like the shotgun, use it with the Liberty Launcher. Not a bad combination. Personally, I would recommend the direct hit still. if you're into that faster speed. It mini crits in the air too. The direct hit is all around better rocket launcher, but this test wasn't with the direct hit. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll probably throw some random Liberty Launcher commentary over this, since I did just get it, and I might as well do something like that. It's only like a 5-minute video, though. So, thank you all for watching. Again, sorry. I will see you all next time, and don't forget, save early, save often.